Man. Well. This feeling has become numb at this point. Just seeing this team every single week, just to disappoint us every single week. Now, I'm just coming back from the game. I just came back from Allegiant Stadium probably just a couple of minutes ago. So I thought, why not just come in front of the camera? Well, I was going to come over here and just give you guys my thoughts anyways, but damn, man. Yes, it is embarrassing to watch this team the way they've been looking. And in today's game, I didn't really have a lot of expectations. I just wanted the Raiders to at least compete, and we did compete today. But just the fact that we lost, the way we lost, and even though we had a small chance. Well, we basically had the game in the bag. If Daniel Carlson kicks the field goal, this would be a whole different video that I'm going to be giving to you guys today. But of course, the Raiders came out on the opposite side of that, coming away with the L against the Bears, losing 25-24, a 1-point game. A 1-point game. It's become laughable at this point, like how bad this team is. Okay, now I will say that today was a better day offensively. Defensively, I feel like the Raiders did a much better job altogether today. Everybody outside of Geno Smith, which I'm going to get to Geno Smith in just a little bit, but I feel like the team actually showed up. Now, the Raider fans didn't show up in the stadium. I know that there's a lot of fans out there complaining about the Bears, going out there and just taking over the stadium, and they did. There was a lot of Bears fans. There was a lot of Raider fans. It was almost like 50-50, maybe 60-40 to some people, depending on how you see it. But yeah, the Bears fans definitely showed out in this game. I was near a lot of them, man. I was at the Win Club, and there was a lot of Bears fans. I was in my seats, and there was a lot of Bears fans. Overall, a lot of them were there, and I can't blame the Raidernation for not showing up because the product on the field doesn't match the type of energy they were giving us all offseason long. And after a game like we played last week against the Commanders, why would anybody want to pay their hard-earned money to come over here to Las Vegas? Outside of, the Bears fans, I talked to a lot of people from Chicago, and they definitely circled this game on the calendar because they wanted to come and enjoy the festivities over here at Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas, and why not? I mean, this is the best city in the world, right? But we got a sorry-ass team out there trying to compete every single week, and of course, we fall for it every single week. But a little bit of me was thinking, maybe it's going to be a little bit different today, but it was a little bit different, but we still lost. At the end of the day, we came away with that L, and now the Raiders are sitting at 1-3. Most likely last in the division. Now, all of this I'm going to be talking to you guys about is top of the dome, man. Top of the dome. I just came back from the stadium. It was a great day. It was great to have the vibes. It was great to be back home. I always love going to Allegiant Stadium because it's like home. Well, it is home for us. And just seeing the Raider fans out there, just out there hyped up. I got to meet Jacob Fatu out there. We got to link up. I even got to see a lot of other people at the Win Club. So it was just a dope experience overall. Then the game started. And we had a lot of highs, even some lows. But just the way we went out today is really embarrassing. Shout out to the Bears fans that I was around, man. Most of them were really respectful, and they had a lot of of course there was a lot of banter going back and forth, but at the end of the day they had a lot of respect, unlike the 12 Charger fans that we deal with or the Niner fans. But that's besides the point, man. Let's talk about this game. It was a winnable game for the Raiders, of course, but I didn't want to fall into that trap. And now the Bears were coming off of a big win against the Dallas Cowboys. I didn't know if they were going to show up and just go off on us, but they didn't. The defense really did their job today and at least kept the Raiders in contention to at least win this game. But for the most part, a lot of kudos and a lot of praise go to the defensive side of the ball, especially the Condor Mad Max Crosby. Max Crosby put this team on his back early on. I felt like this game could have slipped away from us, but the fact that Max Crosby was making plays out there, heck, he had a beautiful tip pass, or he had a tip pass turned into an interception, his very first interception of his career. Huge play that turned the momentum of this game around. I was there. I got to get it. I actually got it on camera, and I was hyped up. Of course, Raider fans were hyped up as well. We did end up going down and scoring on that drive, but that was a huge momentum shifter and helped this team out. Not only that, Max Crosby was all over the field, man, making his presence known. If you were there, and I'm pretty sure when you're watching the game on TV, you've seen that. We got to see Tyree Wilson get his sack in this game as well. The defense was all over the place. I know at the end of the game, they kind of slipped and basically gave the Bears the lead. But, this goes all the way back to the offensive side of the ball. Now, going into this game, there was a lot of questions on the offensive line. How well will they look? Will they at least look better? Well, I will say that they looked much, much better out there, especially with JPJ back in the fold. I felt like the offensive line just felt a little bit different. Maybe missing JPJ was a huge piece that we needed out there. And it makes me question why he wasn't even playing last week, because we could have definitely used him out there. Now, the offensive line did their job. Shoot, Ashton Jenty did his job. We finally got the breakout game that we wanted from Ashton Jenty, going off for 3 touchdowns in this game, a hat trick. He went off, had a 64-yard, was it a 64 yards? Yeah, a 64-yard touchdown run. Early on in this game, a huge play to set the tone for the offensive side of the ball. Ashton Jenty did his job. He put the team on his back offensively. He was making plays. He had 21 carries, 138 yards, and a touchdown. On top of that, had 2 receptions for 17 yards and 2 touchdowns in the air. In the red zone, big plays. And this is the type of the game that we need from Ashton Jenty to give him that confidence boost, because he's been needing it for the last couple of weeks. So to see Ashton Jenty look the way he looked in this game really put a smile to my face and made me happy. Not only that, when I was watching him early on in this game, I was kind of like, oh, wait, am I tripping, or is Ashton Jenty actually standing up? He went back to his old stance and he goes off like this. Maybe changing his stance was not a good thing. I know that there's a lot that goes into that, but still, to see him go out there and just stand up and just go and run through a motherfucking face and make plays, that's what we want to see. And that's the Ashton Jenty that we want to see. And I feel like if it wasn't for Ashton Jenty in this game, Raiders would have definitely got blown out. The fact that he was basically our offense and our quarterback didn't do us any good. I want to just give all the kudos and all the praise towards Ashton Jenty having that breakout game. It just sucks that we lost this game. In a breakout game, you would think that we could come away with the victory, and we were just 1 point shy, a field goal away from having a big Ashton Jenty game and having a W and just going out there and just enjoying the rest of our weekend. But no, we're still here, and I'm venting to you guys about a loss. Another loss. And the fact that we lost makes it even worse. Now let's talk about the guy I feel like really didn't show up for us in this game and costed us a lot of drives. You could call him the drive killer, because this dude was handing the ball off to the Bears on 3 different occasions today. Geno Jeffrey Smith. What the hell were you doing today? 14 for 21, 117 yards, 2 touchdowns to Ashton Jenty, yes, in the red zone, but 3 different interceptions in this game. Horrible plays, horrible throws. Like, what were you doing out there? And now he just stacks on even more interceptions that he's thrown this season. This is the 2nd game this year that he's thrown 3 interceptions. And as of right now, he has 7 total interceptions on the year. Horrible. And we thought that Jimmy G was bad. There were so many different drives in this game that we could have at least drove down and at least got a field goal or something. But most of that got killed because he was throwing dumb interceptions. And coming out of the half when we got the ball, the first play throws an interception. Like, damn, man. Last week, I know we were getting on the offensive line, and rightfully so. But this week, yeah, there's no excuse for how bad Geno Smith played in this game. No excuse. And the crazy thing is, even as bad as Geno Smith played in this game, we still had a chance to win the game, which is still frustrating to even say. So that goes over to the next guy I want to talk about, Daniel Carlson. What the f***, man? Do your job. You only have one job, and that's kicking the ball through the upright. That's all you got to do is kick the ball and get the field goal. And we had a chance to win this game. The offense did enough to drive down the field and give us a chance to win. And the one job that you get paid millions to do, you can't even do it. So yes, I feel like this whole week we're gonna harp on Geno Smith and whether or not the Raiders need to do something different. I don't know what they got to do, but as of right now, Geno Smith has got to answer a lot of different questions. We need some better execution out of him for sure. But Daniel Carlson, you have one job, Oos. One job. Now, another thing I don't want to slip in my mind right now is the fact that Dante Thornton, man, that's my Oos. That's my Oos right there. But, man, if you catch that ball and roll your ass into the end zone, man, this could be a whole different story. There was a big missed opportunity there. Geno Smith finding Dante Thornton. Yes, I know the ball placement wasn't perfect, but if your hands are on the ball, if you're touching the ball, just hold the ball. How hard could that be? And you got an easy touchdown just rolling into the end zone, dog, but you don't get that. And yes, that could go back to Geno Smith, but I'm not going to put that all on Geno Smith. He's got a lot of shit to deal with outside of that play. But that was a huge missed opportunity that I've seen in this game. Tough loss, Raider Nation. Tough loss. Like I said earlier, like I said over and over in this video, not only is just the fact that we lost this game, it's just the fact that we had a chance. They gave us some hope. We had a chance in this game to win. But we came away with the L. And yeah, I know a lot of Raider fans showed up, even more Bears fans, but makes it harder and harder every single game I go to because damn. That being said, though, I will come back out with another video tomorrow going over some of the biggest overreactions and whatnot. But Raider Nation, what are your thoughts on this game? Let me know down in the comments below. What do the Raiders need to do a little bit different to get back into that win column? Because it ain't looking good right now. It ain't looking good. 1-3 ain't good. And the momentum definitely shifted. That's 3 straight losses for the Raiders. We got to change something up, and it might be the quarterback, but we'll see. We'll see. Until the next video, this is your boy, some more Raider, and your boy is, yeah.